You can get much more on this story on the BBC News website. There's a live page up and running, or of course on the BBC News app. There, before we go, a convicted crime chief who escaped from Italian prison last year has been arrested on the French island of Corsica. Marco Raduander is on the list of Europe's most wanted men drawn up by the EU agency Europol. Raduander came to the public eye last year when he escaped from prison in Sardinia using that tried and tested method, the knotted bedsheets. He had been serving a 24-year sentence for extortion and drug trafficking. He was caught in a joint operation run by Italian and French special forces. Much more still to come on all those stories. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a moment. Stick with us here on BBC News. See you in a bit.
Now on BBC News, the biggest African and international news stories. Focus on Africa.
Live from Nairobi, this is Focus on Africa on BBC News. Our top stories. The Kenyan government says that an explosion at a gas plant in the capital Nairobi, in which at least 3 people died and hundreds of others were injured, was illegal.
Gas cylinders were exploding, and then the gas was being thrown inside here. So that's probably how I got these burns.
We'll hear from Kenya's government spokesperson, Isaac Mwaura, who is live with me here in the studio shortly. And armed gangs in southwest Nigeria kill a traditional ruler and abduct 2 others, including the monarch's wife. Meanwhile, Southern African heads of state agree on a unified action against an escalating cholera crisis in the region. And also coming up in the program, it's the most prestigious award in the music industry. Now Africa has its own music category at the Grammys. Well, many thanks for joining us for another episode of Focus on Africa. I'm Waihiga Mwaura. We begin here in Kenya, where the government says that investigations have begun over the cause of a gas explosion that killed 3 people and injured almost 300 others last night. Well, a truck loaded with LP gas at what has been described as an illegal gas depot exploded, igniting a huge fireball in the Embakasi area of southeastern Nairobi, leaving a trail of destruction and sending local residents running for their lives. The Thursday night incident in the southeast of the capital happened at a low-cost residential area that borders another residential estate and several businesses. Many, along with homes and vehicles, were reduced to rubble. Kenyans have expressed concern over the plant's proximity to homes, questioning safety measures and regulatory oversight. Well, the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority said in a statement that the gas plant was illegal and that it had rejected 3 applications for construction permits to build a storage and filling facility at that site. According to the regulatory body, the design of the gas plant did not meet its safety standards. Ann Soy has the latest. Some perspective there on Nigeria's kidnapping crisis, and we've still got a lot more lined up for you on the program. Here is what's still to come. It's the most prestigious award in the music industry. Now Africa has its own music category at the Grammy Awards in the United States. Thanks for staying with us. You're watching Focus on Africa. Heads of state from Southern African Development Community member countries have pledged to work together to end one of the deadliest cholera outbreaks in the region in years. This meeting, chaired by Angolan President and the current SADC chair, João Lourenço, held via video conference, convened following concerns about the growing number of infections and deaths. Heads of state across the region have been grappling with how to respond to the crisis. In Zambia alone, 10,000 cases have been recorded and at least 400 deaths since October. Zimbabwe and South Africa are also facing rising case numbers. All right, our correspondent, Shingai Nyoka, joins us live from Harare with the latest development. Shingai, thanks for keeping focus on this. How extraordinary would you say this meeting was? Balamundi, thank you so much for joining us on the program. We truly appreciate, and we await to see what will happen at the Grammys this weekend. And of course, thank you so much joining us for Focus on Africa. It's been a pleasure bringing you today's broadcast. You can get in touch with me and some of the team on social media. But for now, we say goodbye. See you on Monday. My name is Waihiga Mwaura.